Don't try to sneak into your room like that. I know what you've got behind your back. Records. More new records.
And now, it's the more affordable room.
Michael.
So give me a quick rundown of what you got here, what you're doing.
Okay, so what we have is a full analog system with a Dr. Farquhar table, triplanar tone-on, autophone cartridge,
Right.
the 90X, the new one, and then we have our new tubed DAC that we're showing for the first time.
Okay.
It's right there underneath the turntable that Carolyn designed. Yeah, so that's the two main sources. And then we have a phono stage, a deluxe phono stage.
Of course.
And the Lido line stage.
Okay.
At the bottom. And our two monoblocks, the Eros 500s, 250 watts, Class A. And it's all hooked up with cordless cables, which are amazing. They work very well. And then we have the
YG Acoustics.
YG Acoustics. What was they? Haley 3s.
Yeah, I like
the
those speakers. They're great.
And they're really actually great speakers. They've been really.
I know they've upped their game a lot. So
They have.
so please tell me about this DAC quickly. So
Okay.
what does it do?
It does. Well, it has ASCVU, USB, SPDIF, 2 coax, 2 optical. And what did I miss? I2S.
And what is it based upon? Are you using a chip, a known chip, or?
Yeah, we're using a known chip, a ROM, ROHM DAC, but then all the outputs are all us. It's all tube output,
Right,
and using 12DW7s, 12AU7s, and which greatly affects the sound in a positive way. So that's kind of what we've been playing with.
Okay, and I don't have time right now to listen, but I'll try to come back.
Okay.
Do you like that new 90X cartridge?
Yeah,
Does it sound
actually,
good?
it's great.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
really
sure
great.
it is. Of course it is.
No, we've been playing it, and it's been pretty interesting.
Yes.
It's a good cartridge.
I've got one too at home to review. All right, I got to keep moving, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'll come back. I'll come back and see you guys.
Michael, thank you for coming in.
So nothing new here, right? Just the Evolution system.
Just the best audio equipment you can possibly.
If you do say so yourself.
If
So
I say
just
so
give me a quick
myself.
run through. So just
Well, yeah.
because we know each other, we're friends.
So this is the Evolution Series phono stage. It's this particular one has 2 moving coil inputs with remote control of loading and phase and a whole bunch of adjustment ability.
Okay.
It has 74 dB of gain, so you can use
Is it
the lowest.
in transformers? Is there a head amp? Oh, it's all tubes.
It's there is a solid state head amp with a differential JFET.
JFET input. Okay, that's. I think that's a good solution to that problem.
And that's our Evolution Series line stage. You know, a fully differential device. You can spec it with balanced or single-ended inputs and all of that. We're actually running single-ended to the amplifiers. Believe it or not,
I believe it.
in a hotel setting with absolutely no noise issues. Evolution Series monoblock amplifiers, 180 watts per channel, and drive the pearls beautifully.
Now, what does this phono preamp cost?
This phono preamp lists for $22,000.
Okay.
The second moving coil input adds $2,000 of list price to that.
Fair enough. And the preamp?
That also lists for $22,000.
Okay, we're at 44K, and then the amplifiers?
The amplifiers list at $45,000 the pair.
Okay, so we're at 100K for the whole deal, around
We're
approximately 100K.
About $90,000.
Okay, that's good. In our world. The average person reading this is outraged, but watching this is outraged, but we know in our world this is reasonable. Okay, I think these people want to hear music now, so we should probably go.
Yeah, for American-made equipment,
Yes.
using the best parts quality,
Yes.
I think it's great.
Okay, great. Hopefully this will come through with the microphone under your Adam's apple. We'll see. Here's something you don't see every day.
Oh, I know that.
You don't see any day. Are you going to talk about this now? Would you like to be mic'd up and talk about this?
Sure.
Is it going to be under 15 minutes?
Yeah,
Under
5
five?
minutes. Yeah, no,
Okay,
I
that'd
don't want
be
to talk more than 5
Okay.
minutes.
Let's hear it.
Okay, what makes these speakers unique is that we don't try to get the drivers to produce really complex waveforms. Soon as, especially your bigger drivers, they have to go up into a positive or negative cycle. They have to, 90% of the time, they're going to switch in reverse directions on the fall or coming back up. So what happens is all the inertial mass you have here, the mechanical forces that want to drop back to neutral, those have to be overcome before it can start going back in the other direction. The sine wave, the electrical signal, doesn't have to worry about that. It just keeps going. So what happens is the wave speaker goes up like this, comes down, and then of course the wave goes up again. For that driver to stay in phase, it might not be a high frequency, but it's got to move instantly to stay in phase with that signal. So what happens is that signal comes, and by the time the driver stops and gets up, it's already hit its peak and gone down. So now the driver sees, oh, we got to go down again. So they get out of phase immediately, all speakers. I mean, you can spend a lot of money on them and then get a little bit better, but you're still going to have that problem. So with these, we do something completely different. We play all the sinusoids that underlie all musical formation, whether it's an instrument, a band, they all create these multiple sinusoids that sum up to create the sound of a violin, sax, whatever. So what we've done here is we've broken the signal down and we play the sinusoids that form the basis of the music. And what's the advantage there? Sinusoid goes like this, right? Easy peasy. All these drivers are made to produce perfect sine waves with the theory that the better the sine wave production, the better the nonlinear production. Forget that. These can do sine waves perfectly, so our sinusoids actually. So what happens is when these get a signal, they just go like this. They go a little faster, a little slower, a little higher, a little lower, but they can do it perfectly because that's what they were designed to do. And so each one of these is producing a different sinusoid in the harmonic series. So they all sum up to recreate the sound. So we've actually done tests where we looked at the electrical signal, compared it to a high-quality three-way speaker, then to a $2,000 planar headphone, and then to our speakers. And our speakers actually outperform the $2,000 planar headphone. It's because we use an entirely different principle. Let the drivers do what they can do perfectly and easy, just produce a sinusoid. That's why we have so many drivers, because we need to reproduce the fundamental and all its harmonics. So we can actually we actually have better resolution than, well, maybe not better, but as good as the world's best headphones, no matter how much they cost, because we use an entirely different principle. Doesn't matter that these are many orders of magnitude heavier than, say, the diaphragm of a headphone. Doesn't matter, because they're just doing what they do naturally and easy, producing sinusoids. And that's why you hear that kind of snap in the bass, that kind of sound staging. You're going to hear more detail in these without it being harsh on the ears. And you don't have to play it super loud to feel the impact. Because, well, you've probably experienced it right there. So that's the sum. These just produce the sinusoids underlying the music, and then nature just sums them up as they come off the drivers perfectly in sync.
Hi,
Right.
Michael.
Hi, John. So this is a mid-priced speaker in your line.
Yeah,
$78K.
$78,000, yes.
But you were just telling me it's got some really unique new features and construction.
Yes, absolutely.
techniques.
It has a lot of Lyra technology. So our 205, excuse me, flagship loudspeaker is made out of a dual shell composite. So it's two massive pieces of aluminum with a damping core in between. What we did in this product is, instead of having a dual shell construction, we just have one massive aluminum piece. So there's no, unlike most speakers, there's no joinery. You're not taking panels together. There's no screws. There's no glue. It's just one massive cast piece. And then we post-machine the baffle to accept screws for the drivers. And then we apply a viscoelastic damping core to every interior surface of a loudspeaker.
And where is this casting done?
It's done, the casting's done in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they ship them back to you.
Yeah.
Now, when I visited Andy decades and decades ago, after the Black Fly Plague, he was casting in a some sort of resin material.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly. So it's a viscoelastic. So it's a material that has viscous and elastic properties. It doesn't quite dry. It's a little squishy, but it has what's called high hysteresis. So
But I mean, those cabinets were actually a cast, like a resin.
oh well, he was doing fiberglass molding.
Yeah.
So it was dual shelf fiberglass
Right.
composite.
You're done with that now.
Yeah, because we use aluminum now,
Yeah.
which is even stiffer and more massive and quieter.
Yeah.
It's why we go through all this. We're trying to make a loudspeaker that doesn't impart its own sound on
Right.
top of the music.
Don't move.
Right,
Don't move.
right, exactly.
And how heavy are these?
They're 305 pounds each.
Must be fun to ship.
Totally, yeah.
And do you have a methodology of getting them out of the crates?
They're actually not that bad. So they ship on casters,
Yeah.
and you kind of just pull them right out, and
Yeah.
they wheel out. Yeah, so
Thank God.
it's easier. It's easier than you think.
I can tell you horror stories just because I got the review that were just
Yeah, no,
it was
totally.
insane.
And when they're installed by, anyone who buys a pair, they get installed by the dealer, and they do all that stuff. The customer doesn't
Right.
have to do that. Yeah.
They're very attractive looking, and they have this disappearing kind of quality where they just sort of get out of the way. Well, if you want to look at them, you can certainly look at them, but they just seem to.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is a new finish for us too. So this is a satin titanium finish, and then it's also available in this satin silver finish. And we've had a lot of requests for satin finishes and matte finishes, and this is the first time we've been able to do it because this is a powder coat, and because it's cast aluminum, we can use a powder coat and bake it without the cabinet catching fire.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah. So.
And so, where's your install base relative into the world?
I mean, historically, it's kind of been half and half, like half our business in the U.S., half our business overseas.
That's good.
Yeah.
And how are these tariffs going to affect you?
We'll see. We're crossing our fingers. I mean, we do a lot of business with Asia, so we sell speakers to Asia. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, things kind of calm down. Another cool thing about the speaker is that it literally has the driver complement, the same exact drivers in our $205,000 Lyra.
Really?
It's the same beryllium tweeter, same 6-inch composite mid-range driver, same 10-inch woofer. In the Lyra, there's more of them. There's an additional mid-range and an additional woofer, but they're the same drivers. Yeah, that's really why we're so excited, because it does deliver a lot of that Lyra performance.
And what's the efficiency of them?
90 dB.
Yeah. And the impedances?
Nominal forums. I mean, you want like a good solid state amp that can drive current into low impedance.
Yeah, and you're driving with a tube.
Yes, absolutely. So this is a hybrid amplifier by Absolar. So this is a tube front end solid state output stage, 275 watts a channel. It's called the Model 2 Hybrid.
Yeah, it sounds very nice in a hotel room. It's very nice.
No, we've been getting a lot of very positive feedback. Yeah.
And no room treatment and none of the nonsense.
No, there is some room treatment in here.
It's not visible. Are those little dots? Are those yours?
Those are Karen's. He brought those from Absolar. Yeah, they are. They are a little tweak.
And they do something?
Apparently, yeah.
That's your.
Exactly.
Yeah, with the window.
Yeah. They are.
Sounds good.
They are acoustic groove systems. They're made in Japan.
And they're
the wooden panels.
Oh, those. Yeah, I've seen those around.
Yeah. They're a cool company.
As I walk down the street, seems everyone I meet give me a friendly hello.
See them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
toes. So don't you worry, darling. No, don't you cry. I'll be coming home to you.
Slowly with you, and slowly with you. Watch over me with a love.
All right, I think we're seeing the 50th anniversary Watt Puppies, and from DCS. Got a clear audio. I think this is the anniversary edition. I'm not sure, it's too dark in here. The Boulder 1108 phono preamplifier. I hope you can hear what I'm saying. So good to see you, Noel.
Yeah, good to see you, Michael.
Are you enjoying this show?
Oh, absolutely. It's an amazing show.
A lot of it's the world you started.
You know, that's true.
What have you seen that you like so far? And if you can't remember, that's fine, because I walk around the show and I say, there's so much to see. I don't.
No, I like the Wilson Audio.
The XVXs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have those at home.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I got a pair of those. Yeah,
Oh, lucky guy.
they're real good.
They are amazing.
Yep.
Glad to see you still writing and.
Still doing it. Yes, sir. So
You're Mr. LP these days.
I won that war, right? They all made fun of me and said, it's going away. It's going away. Give up. I didn't give up.
Yeah.
If it hadn't come back, I'd be homeless now, but it came back, you know. So.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Anyway, it's great to see you. And you live in this area, or you came just for the show?
I came just for a show.
Well, good for you.
I'm in Vegas now. Do you know him?
Do I know you?
No, but now we know each other, Michael.
Okay.
I'm Kay.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
He's an influencer too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an influencer that got to learn a lot about audio, learn about this industry and culture. And it's like my mentors. I learned everything from the last decade.
Excellent. Very good. Okay. Good to see you, Noel. Be good.
Good to see you.
Take care.
I got to do a quick walk through here. Okay. They're breaking soda down, and I got here too late to see you. Okay, well, good to see you. Home audio. They're all packing up because I got here so late. Cables, oscilloscope traces. I finally got here. What's going on here?
How's it going?
Good. What do you got here?
We do. Sadly, we packed us half the way, but we do equipment isolators.
Footers. Okay.
Yeah. So these go under speakers.
Okay.
And typically, people use compliance solutions, but we want to keep the speaker as rigid as possible.
Yes, I agree with that.
So we have 5 different pockets of different sized particles in there that basically absorb different frequencies. And here we have our measurement of kind of how much vibration it absorbs. And it comes in 3 different sizes, the 50, 100 and 70. And here we have our equipment isolators. So these work a bit differently. So they do have compliance, so rubber in. And they sit under equipment and absorb vibration.
How much can that support?
So this can support up to 260 pounds. That's with spikes. Without spikes, it could go up to 500 pounds.
And you have a record stabilizer. That's
yeah, we do. I've stupidly just given that away. So it's that one there. And basically, it just works similarly in the sense of it's very lightweight. So it's 90 grams, and essentially it has this like trampoline effect with these particles in. And as it sits on the record, it kind of pushes it up and absorbs the vibration.
Okay.
We also have our mat. And what makes this different is typically mats rely on dampening, so how well a material can absorb vibration.
Right.
But we have these 4 raised points on our mat. And on the underside, it's got these little pockets. So essentially, as the record rests on it, it acts as a spring. So it basically isolates it further.
Interesting.
And
The proof is in the pudding. You know, you gotta try
exactly.
these things.
Yeah, and that's the kind of the red line is a peak vibration of 3 different turntables we tested, and the blue area is the vibration absorbed. So that essentially.
Do you have an American distribution?
We sell direct, predominantly at the moment, and then we do our Ethernet filters. And this one is basically a passive filter, and it basically reduces high frequency noise. With all these both designs, each individual pocket is isolated from the other, so you don't get crosstalk between the circuits. And this one regenerates the signal, so it basically regenerates, reclocks and reboosts.
Reclocks,
okay. Yeah, and this is an eye pattern of the measurement before and then after.
Okay, these guys believe in measurements, obviously. That's good.
Yeah, well, we think our goal as a company is to basically improve the sound of someone's existing system without changing it. We feel like we have to quantify it with measurements, but ultimately the ultimate test is obviously listening.
Of course. Okay, thank you. You did a very good job. Okay.
Cheers. Yeah, sorry half packing down.
Sorry, I'm sorry I got here so late. I have your windows and they're great. Did a whole.
Do you need any doors?
We do, but we have no money for them right now because I'm in this business. So.
What town are you in?
I'm in Wyckoff, New Jersey. So there's somebody else takes care of me there. No, we're very happy with our renewal by Anderson Windows.
Awesome.
Just telling
Thank
you. It's very smart of you to come here. What really needs to come to the Hi-Fi Show are the weight loss diet people. They don't come here, but they really should come here. But somehow.
Well, we figure if you want to turn up your music,
yes,
you have to have good windows so the neighbors
that's good.
don't call the police.
That's good. Okay. Tapes.
Reel-to-reel tapes.
Yes. Okay. This must be going for a lot of money. How much are you getting for that?
That one's $250.
Yeah, I figured. A little rich for my blood.
There are some lesser priced ones.
Where do you find these things?
We do a lot of house buys.
Yeah.
And so people will be like, well, I got this reel-to-reel machine, but I don't know what to do with the tapes. So
exactly, I know. And they give them away, and then
you're like, I was just going to toss them. It's like, well, we'll give you a fair price for them, you know.
Do you give them a fair price?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went to a house where the guy was a television repairman and also hi-fi repairman, and he died. And the family just said, just take whatever you want. So I got a whole stack of tapes for nothing, and amazing records and tubes. Disraeli gears at 3 3/4. I don't know what they're used for. Yeah, well, good. I just don't have money for this stuff.
Same.
Okay. How much do you get for this one?
That one's, I think, like 10.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take that for $10.
You want to take that?
Sure, for $10. It's great that classical music is so devalued now. I'll take Chopin. I once met the guy that produces all of these records.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Max Wilcox. He's dead now, and it was at Avery Fisher Hall, and I was introduced to him by the guy I sat next to at the symphony, and he said, "Max, this guy is a vinyl guy." And Max Wilcox started screaming and yelling at me, "Vinyl? You like vinyl? Vinyl's terrible. You have no idea what I'm screaming and yelling at me." It was hilarious. But I'll buy that. Okay, see, we are definitely we're a little bit late. Let's walk over here. We're almost done. There's the record dealers. There's the turntable dealers. Let's see. Let's find out. How are record sales this year? Did you do well?
Did well.
Yeah? Mostly new things?
I'd say a lot of used.
Yeah? I can't buy any more records right now. Cannot. Oh, the pro use. Yeah, that's good. I got that at a garage sale for $5.
Oh man.
That was good. That was years ago. That's back when no one wanted records. Remember that? Let's see another record dealer. How was this show for you? Did you sell a lot of records?
Fantastic.
You did?
Yeah.
Good?
Great crowd too.
Yeah, great crowd. So,
very friendly.
So all Japanese pressings that you got in Japan?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Tokyo.
I was in Japan in December. It was incredible.
Oh, it's one of the best times to go. It's
Went
not hot and humid yet.
No, I was in Kyoto and it went to all the record stores and It was great.
Yes.
I bought a lot of records.
Best place in the world.
Because then I got home and I realized I had a lot of them already. But,
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Exactly. Well, good. I'm glad you had a good show.
Have a good one.
You too. How are record sales?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are the record sales? Good.
They were great.
Very good. Yeah.
It was fantastic.
People save on mailing costs and all kinds of other junk. Yep. This is a good one. We reviewed this. Really good record. Okay. Well, I'm exhausted. Okay.
How's your weekend?
Good. It's very good.
You look for a record, you don't put it
Vinyl's dead.
That's what somebody said, but you know what? Who got it as mine?
I know.
How are you, sir?
Oh, good. It was good? You had a good show?
We had a good show.
Good. Chad's going to walk home happy?
No.
No? Okay. I was waiting for you to say yeah, and I was like, no.
Yes. Hi, Michael.
Hey there.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. I finally got your review done, obviously. So
Yes.
Did you
Thank
like
you
that
so
review?
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So I'll have it packed up, and you can send somebody a call tag, and I'll get it shipped back to you. Okay. And how close does the little one come to the big one?
In terms of sound?
Yeah.
It's essentially the same circuit, only smaller. There's less channels. It's one stereo channel versus
Right.
two.
Oh, and that costs how much?
$32.50.
All right.
I'm with a friend of mine in Toronto or Montreal a few years ago. He really enjoyed your company. You had dinner together.
Oh, who was it?
With Don Corby from Canada. I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying to all you polite people, to us. Our parents are upstairs and they're fighting and they're drunk.
Yeah.
The rest of us kids are down here. Let's all be friends.
I hope so.
How's that for nice? Saturn Audio is a Canadian company. Our products are made in Canada.
Okay.
I'm the owner. My name is Renee Evans.
Okay.
It's we're just middle class. My wife and I started this 5 years ago.
Oh.
And it's solid state Class AB amplifiers. We have power filters. We have phono stage, preamplifier, a DAC, an power amplifier, and an integrated amplifier.
Well, of course, what I'd be most interested in would be this is a balanced out. Is it
Balanced out.
Is it?
It's not truly balanced.
No.
That's kind of you know how that works.
I know. And so, how much is this?
Pricing's right here.
Oh, $3,900 US. Okay. Let's see the front, because the people are interested in the front.
We wanted a nice, clean look.
Yep.
Because when I was a kid, I grew up with NAD equipment, and I remember my local. When I was a kid, he said, "Do you like music or do you like gear?" And I said, "No, I like music." So
me too.
I'm that kind of person.
Right.
Plus, we have a 10-year warranty. So
how do you do loading?
It's inside.
Yeah, okay, so
and all your loading numbers are right here. If you take that picture, you'll know.
Yeah, I see. It's got plenty of good loading, plenty of gain,
and really good quality loading jumpers. We don't use dips. They're they're cheaper.
So you have the jumper cables. Okay, cool. Does it sound any good?
No, it just sounds awesome.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Very, very proud.
Thank you. I'll take your card.
Thank you very much, Michael. I appreciate that.
Okay. I think you're the last thing I'm going to be seeing and videoing, so I'm done. So I got you into the video as the last.
If you ever want to try anything, let me know.
All right. That's why I took your card. Okay. Thank you.
People all over Boston are discovering the advantages of buying their stereo at K&L Sound.
Yeah, I just moved in downstairs. I'm a diamond cutter. Turn that damn thing off. It's K&L Sound. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't know. I'll never bother you again.
Oh, Cheryl, please, I love you. Let me touch you.
I told you, Fred, just friends. I'll put on some music. My stereo's from K&L Sound. Really? I didn't know. I'll slip off my blouse.
Yes, people all over Boston are discovering the advantages of buying their stereo at K&L Sound. Well, look, Kenny, I thought when you said a workout, you meant push-ups and sit-ups. I don't think...
John, I'll put on my stereo from K&L Sound.
Oh, in that case, well, I'll try it. What the heck? Yes, if you think this ad is low, you haven't seen the prices at K&L Sound, Watertown Square. You'll find the largest selection of hi-fi in stock and on display under one roof in New England.
Anderson and Council never got along. Anderson was prettier, but Council never wrong. One made the perfect noise, the other painted songs. But they just never got along. As they got older, like lucky men do, nothing really changed. Boy, the damn thing grew. They had laser lights and chest of white flying around the room. All kind of loonies on the moon. It wasn't right, it wasn't fair. That's what they say was in the air. If I'd known them, I could have cared. If I knew Jesus, I might have said a prayer. The painter grew angry, sullen and dark. His paintings lacked color and all kind of spark. The others sat there waiting, no ship to embark. No way to sing that holy ark. There was Ike and there was Turner. There was Sonny and the Sheriff, Bonnie and her fella Clyde, Ginger Rogers and Astaire, Adam and Ambitious Eve, Romeo and Juliet, King Louis XVI and the head of Antoinette. It wasn't right, it wasn't fair. This is what they say was in the air. If I had known them, I could have cared. If I knew Jesus, I might have even said a prayer. There's a real dark side to that sad-ass mess. There's a big old wall between Council and the rest.